Hey babe, um, it is 1:09 a.m. my time, so 4:09 a.m. your time. Um, I finished the last episode of Mad Men today. It sucks. I don't want that show to be over. Um, but yeah, so today I woke up, ate, then showered, then went to work. Of course, talked to you prior to going to work. But yeah, work was okay, I guess. Um, and Wendy was kind of a bitch for a little while, but um, he always caught Game of Thrones, and then it was for me and this guy Eduardo that were up at the register, and Eduardo was like, "So, um, he's like, so Eric, do you know a hookup to get weed?" And I was like, no. And Wendy is your age, and I was like, well, Wendy doesn't know someone, and she was like, no, mine was my boyfriend, but we broke up, and now I don't have a hookup anymore because he's an asshole. I was like, good for you. And it was just like weird, and the Eduardo guy was like, that's the only reason I got a job was to find someone I could buy weed from. I was like, whatever. um, but it was awkward. Um, yeah. I was only on the register for one customer, I think. Other than that, I just worked the dressing room, which is what I like. Uh, some young mom with her two small kids came in, and the older one was probably like 2, and the younger one was like less than a year old, and they were both going to be Spider-Man for Halloween. And so for our dressing rooms, it's like, a shower rod, and then just like some cheap curtain thing on it. And so one of the kids was pulling on the curtain when they're in there, and it fell down, and the rod, which is like 6.5 feet up in the air, they it fell down and like almost hit the infant in the head. And I was like, is everyone okay? And the mom was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry, pulled this, like, my kid pulled this thing down. I was like, that's not a big deal. And then so I like picked up the rod and the curtain and like moved it. And then like the baby started like crawling away. And she was like calling for her to come back, but she was like doing something else with her older kid. And then so I was saying to myself, like, is she thinking, why isn't this guy like bringing my kid back to me? Or like, is she gonna think, like, don't touch my kid if I go and pick it up? So I was just like talking to it, and then I picked it up, and he looked terrified. But she was really like, she was cool about it. Obviously, like, I'm not gonna hurt her kid. She was like, oh, thanks. But it's a cute looking kid. But yeah, I don't know if you can hear like the background noise from my computer. I have that Game of Thrones Ascent thing open in the background. That you sent me a request for. I noticed you pledged your fealty to um, House Targaryen. I did House Martell, just like half because to be different and like that we can have different houses we're loyal to, but also because I like House Martell a lot. They're really like progressive and rational about everything. I think they're the closest to how we act, how like society is now. But Targaryen is really cool. I was torn between picking Targaryen and Martell. I like Targaryen better, obviously, but just for the sake of the game, I decided to choose House Martell. Just because Prince Oberyn was such a badass. It was kind of busy today for a Wednesday, but luckily I don't have to work again until Monday, and that's from 5 to 9:30. And I don't have to work again after that until Saturday, but that's gonna be noon to like 10 to 10:30 or something. Oh man, it's gonna suck. But yeah. And then I played a little bit of Hearthstone, and I'll probably go to sleep after this video. But I'm glad to be done with work for the next 5 days. I can sleep in and talk to you and watch baseball. Baseball. I remember that, like, I had told you I will finish The Great Gatsby by the time we get back. And other than the day I bought the book, which was the same day that I bought that photograph idea book for your birthday, so it was like the 20 something of April when I bought it. I read 4 pages that night of the book, and I haven't read it since then. I haven't read the book at all since our first date, like since a couple of days after our first date. I haven't read it at all. I don't know. It's hard for me to get into a book. But yeah, so that Mad Men is over. It's like such a good show. I'll have to like show you. I'll show you the pilot and see if you like it, and maybe that can be another show that we can watch. Wendy was telling me today about like that she watches American Horror Story, so I was asking her about it, like, because I have friends that watch it, and I'm like, I don't know what it's about, and then so she was telling me that it's like, I guess not really creepy, not really like scary in terms of like paranormal activities type stuff or jump out type of scary. It's more like freaky, like freak show type stuff or something. And I don't know, it sounds stupid, so I don't know. We can try watching the first episode together and see if it's worth watching. I have a bunch of friends on Facebook that are just like super into American Horror Story. But the good thing is Sunday is season 5 of The Walking Dead. It's gonna be cray cray. I know you don't like zombies, but yeah, I started watching that show, watching The Walking Dead before I watched Game of Thrones, but Game of Thrones is like 10 times better than The Walking Dead. In my opinion, 3 greatest television shows of all time. Number 1, Game of Thrones. Number 2, The Walking Dead. Number 3, Mad Men. Mad Men was so good. Incredible. I love John Hamm. But yeah. So I might sleep after I make this video. Or I might play Xbox. Or I might play Xbox and then sleep, which is more logical than I might sleep and then play Xbox. Because I'm not going to wake up in the middle of the night to play Xbox and then go back to sleep. That would be really stupid. And that would be like an addiction to video game problem. Yeah. I want 2 things in this world. Number 1, I want you to come home. Number 2, I want season 5 of The Walking Dead to come on. I don't want to wait till April. Good thing about The Walking Dead coming on though, so now it gives me something to look forward to on each week. Help the weeks go by faster. And the first half of the season, because they have been breaking up the seasons into 8 weeks. Then they take a break for like 6 or 8 weeks, then do another 8 weeks, And so they break the season up into 2 halves. So the season went from October to February, and but they stop it in December, like a week before Christmas and stuff, something like that. And they resume it like this first or second week in February, and it runs until the first week in April. But yeah, so really we're like 8 weeks from you being home, which is about right, because we're almost halfway there. Just a couple more days and we'll be halfway there. But yeah. I think that's about it. So, hope you have a good day today. Hope people leave you alone. Hope you have a good day in class. And do good on like homework and stuff and whatever you've got going on. Yeah, I love you and I miss you a lot. And I will talk to you soon. Yeah, so I love you, baby. Bye.